there's a massive paradox. And that paradox is essentially we're trying to achieve a lot of comfort. So there's lots of amenities and utilities and other things that we have, that we go after, we pursue for the sake of comfort. But we still don't find any calm. And especially in the West and also in the East now, you have choice and you have freedoms. In many countries, you have choice and freedom. And these are very championed ideas. Yet, there's huge reports of anxieties, restlessness, a persistent sense of emptiness. It just shows that despite all of these materials, these material objects that you can acquire, it doesn't remove the emptiness. Now, Islam has recognized this tension. It recognizes this tension that the heart can never be satisfied by comforts, external comforts alone, but only by meaning and direction. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ أَعْرَضَ عَنْ ذِكْرِي فَإِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. Whoever turns away from my remembrance will have a constricted life. مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَ. And the remembrance here is not just that we don't sit and remember Allah. The remembrance that is being discussed here, the real dhikr, is essentially a state of remembrance, a state of vigilance, rather than the few minutes or even half an hour, 2 hours that we may spend in kind of formal remembrance. It's a remembrance of Allah all the time. What does He want from me? What is He thinking of me at this point? How would Allah like me to proceed in this particular circumstance? So it's that remembrance. Whoever doesn't have that, the life is going to be constricted. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then goes one further and says, فَوَيْلٌ لِلْقَاسِيَةِ قُلُوبُهُم مِّن ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. Woe to those whose hearts are hardened against the remembrance of Allah. So there's a concept of heart becoming hard from the dhikr of Allah, meaning away from the dhikr of Allah. Modern cultures, they teach that peace comes from expressing every desire. Just do it. Very important statement of Umar radiallahu anhu. He saw a person walking with a package. He said, "Ma hada? What is this?" He said, "Hada lahmun ishtahaytuhu fashtaraytuh." This is just some meat that I desired, so I purchased it. Kullu mashtahayt ishtarayt. Like everything you desire, you buy. Everything you desire, you just go and purchase. There's no sense of boundary. And this is what we're dealing with, the materialism that we're dealing with, just kullu mashtahayt ishtarayt. So Islam teaches that the nafs, the self, is not a reliable guide on its own. If left unchecked, it actually pulls the heart in competing directions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says very, very, very clearly, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. لا إله إلا الله. أفرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه وأضله الله على علم وختم على سمعه وقلبه وجعل على بصره غشاوة فمن يهديه من بعد الله أفلا تذكرون. Have you not seen the one who takes his own lust, his own ego, his own desires, vain desires, as his God? The way to decide what our God is the one that we're willing to sacrifice for. The one that mounts our mind. The one that we think about even in salat for those who pray. The one that we're constantly concerned about. That's our God, whether that be money. But then why is it money? Is it money? Money is neutral. But it's what we can get with the money which is the issue. And it's just fulfilling the desire which you need money to fulfill with. So ultimately, it's the nafs. It comes down to the nafs. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala obviously knows this. So He mentions it and declares it. Have you not seen the one who takes his own lust? Or have you seen the one who takes his own desires as his God? And Allah, knowing him as such, left him to stray. Okay, if that's what you want, I'm going to leave you to stray. The only way to come out of this is to have consciousness of Allah in whatever we do. And it's not difficult. We just have to start slowly, just by introspecting ourselves on a daily routine. That did I really need this? Do I really need to do that? What choice should I make? What would Allah want me? That's why freedom without guidance can fragment the self rather than heal it.